community's acclaim spreads. Word of our community's acclaim spreads.
What's going on, everyone? Sorry for the delay. We're getting started in just a second. What's going on, Firebringer? We're waiting on our last player. I know we're starting a little late today, but please bear with us. Please forgive us. We're trying to get started. How's it going, Cranky? How's it going, Firebringer? What is going on, Ben? How are you doing? I'm just getting everything sorted last minute. And there he is. Our last player is finally here. So we're going to get started once I finish cropping all these cams. But, how's your week going, everyone? How's everything going for you guys? Playing any D&D this week? You get anything good happening? I know my week has been fairly alright. It's been busy, but do you want that fucking quote, man? Alright. Looks like I got fucking... My player's friend is sitting in his chair. If you guys have been watching, I know Firebringer, you said you're gonna catch the VOD of Writhing Moon. Have any of you guys been catching our Sunday show or our Saturday show, Writhing Moon? We just had our last episode yesterday, and it was pretty fantastic, if I do say so myself. There we are. That's that. Usual Friday and Saturday D&D. Good to hear, man. Yeah, my Friday game actually went really, really well. We have I was running my players through a Rakshasa dungeon, and they a dungeon that was they were put in by a secret Rakshasa, and they got in. The party got split due to the dungeon's mechanics, and they had a nasty fight. I actually basically killed one of my players. He would have been completely dead, like dead, if it weren't for his damage reduction that literally saved him -1 hit point away from dying. So it was an intense fight. Yeah, that was I tweeted about this. The dungeon itself had these 4 kind of rotating sections that could be rotated with levers in the dungeons, and that really fucked them up because it split the party, and there was a teleporter thing in there. It was nuts. Had a lot of fun with that. All right. Looks like everyone's getting ready, so I'm gonna leave you guys for just a second, and we're gonna get back into it. We're gonna get started. So if you haven't already, there's the retweet link. Go ahead and hit that if you haven't already. Obviously, thank you, Firebringer and Clay Alex, for your retweets. Go ahead and share it with everyone. Let everyone know you're hanging out with us and having a good time. We'll be right back. Thank you for the retweet, Cranky. All right, let me started. How's it going, Cranky? How's it going, Firebringer? What is going on? Hello and welcome everyone to another fantastic episode, another fantastic Sunday here on the Exploding Dice channel. Of course, my name is Askren and I am your host and dungeon master today, and we have some cool ass shit for you guys today. We have a great game lined up for you, but first, before we get into it, let's say hello to our cast, meet them, and remember who they're playing, because we tend to forget. Because they're all very, very forgettable. So how's it going, guys? How you doing?
I forget.
I forget. We'll try and jog your memory. Let's go through them one by one and find out who everyone is playing. And we will start with Trendane, who is a sad, sad man that he is first. We're all waiting We're waiting patiently. Don't let our judging expressions scare you. No pressure.
Is he muted?
No, he's pretending.
That's true. I am just pretending. He said, all right, all of you mute your mics. We're going live. I can just not say anything because I have skill and control because I'm a voice actor. Okay, I guess that works. Skill and
First voice actor.
Anyway, I'm Trent Sparks. I am as previously stated, a professional voice actor kind of person. I'm playing Balin Koth, which I realized this past week that Koth was a name that I had used for another character in a short story I had written like 10 years ago. Secondhand names, man. Damn it. Anyway, he's a human fighter from the town of Riddleport who is trying to escape his nefarious past.
Mm-hmm.
Lycon.
Adam. Oh, sorry.
Chris.
I am Chris. I don't do anything nearly as interesting. And I am playing the Dwarven Rogue Lycon, who has a mysterious present.
A mysterious present?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, nobody in the game actually
Wrapped
knows
in the
what
skin of
Lycon
my
does.
dead mother.
That kobold, I cut him up and I made a box.
Oh, man. And what about you, Adam? Who are you? What do you do?
I'm Adam. I do things. I'm playing Xantor, the druid. And I think that's all the questions that were asked.
So make up some new ones.
Yeah. You can answer any questions you like, even if we didn't ask them.
Oh, okay.
Especially the personal ones.
Dear God, that's a mistake.
So I don't have anything.
He can't think of
I'm
anything.
Oh,
Put on the spot, and he just chokes.
Oh God, I choked.
All right.
That's what she said.
Not choking because she is. Well, actually, she is not here because she choked to death. Actually, Ashley is not with us today. So Rip in the chat. We remember her fondly, but she's not here.
Choked on 6 babies.
Yes, so many babies.
Not really babies.
And last but not least, Josh, who is back with us from the dead, and not a zombie as previously hypothesized. How's it going, man?
I was here last week.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well,
I'm back.
but you were back from the dead last week.
Oh yeah, I was back from the dead last. Yeah, you're right. I'm Josh. I play Zach Nafine. I'm an extremely handsome and intelligent paladin.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much the core of the group, I would
He's
say.
got jokes tonight.
Whoa, let's keep it down here.
I heard a little bit.
Most people, if they had to describe me, they would describe me as the leader of the group. But anyways, I'm just really happy. I'm just really happy to be back. And last time we left off on a pretty suspenseful note, so I'm ready to get right back into it.
Awesome, man. And yes, so before we will dive into our recap and all of that stuff, but before we do, we have a couple of announcements just to get get you guys caught up and get things out of the way. Ashley is tweeting us pictures of small children, which is always good.
What? Oh God, no! I'm not.
And he's not allowed within 300 feet. Is that what you said?
I said 50.
Oh, 50. Okay. No, before we get into it, we have actually we have a couple of announcements getting through to get through. If this is your first show and you have never been here before, please consider hitting that follow button. You get to keep up with everything we do here on the Exploding Dice channel. Hit that follow button just like Vazdaju did. Yes, slap it hard.
That's me.
Oh, what? Did not know that. Well, now I do. I guess we have a special guest that no one told us about. Go hit that follow button and join us, and you get to keep up with everything that we do, like our Open Legend horror show, Writhing Moon, which is every Saturday. You get to see when we go live with Jade Regent, which is every Sunday, Map Monday, Fuzzy Dice Tuesday, and some other stuff sprinkled throughout the week. So all kinds of role-playing goodness and more coming all the time.
Don't forget Silly Hat Wednesday.
Silly Hat Wednesday is officially canceled. I'm sorry.
Axel, you were here last week. What are you talking about?
I've never seen it before. He's yeah. I pressed the button. Where's the stock Askren button? That's not really a button so much as it is just a life choice.
No, it's called his doorbell.
That's broken. It doesn't work. Yeah, you can stalk me on Twitter, I guess, if you really want to. Oh, thank you, Amy. So yeah, and the other thing is, if you yesterday on our show, we gave away this fantastic Wormwood Gaming dice box to Krund the Barbarian. We will probably be giving one away next week. I can't give them all away this week, but we'll definitely be giving one away next week and more stuff. And also, we have an ongoing February giveaway, ! Giveaway in chat, and you can win yourself a brand new D&D 5th edition player's handbook and a set of dice to go with it, everything you need to get started in D&D, and it's all there. So go check that out. As always, if you want to get involved with the game of the show, you can hit that donate button right down below. There's all kinds of things you can do there. And we do have, yes, Trendade? Yes.
Oh no, you can finish your thing.
Oh, he's just comfortable like that? Is that just...
No, I'm waiting until you finish. But
Oh, okay. I was going to say, if you look on that side of the screen, all the way at the end, we have a big poster, and it says "Drinking Rules," and that's how you can get involved with us on an alcoholic level. There are rules to keep things lubricated with alcohol. So
that's exactly what I was going to ask about, actually.
About keeping things lubricated?
Well, no, you have a choice: rum or whiskey. Which should I do?
Oh, that's a dangerous choice, man.
Specifically rum or scotch.
Bestowal.
What kind of scotch?
Glen Grant from Scotland.
What year?
I didn't read that closely on the label. I'd have to go get it.
and
I think it's 12.
And we're starting things
Sounds
out
not
with
bad.
a generous contribution from Vaz Deju, who donates $5 and says Starscream's baby boy. I don't know what I don't know what that means, but I will interpret
I know
it.
what that means.
Josh at Starscream.
I will interpret that to mean that Josh is now pregnant.
Damn it, now I'm really.
Chris.
I didn't want you guys to find
What?
out this way.
Chris,
This
speaking
is
of
how-
rum, we went to a brewery yesterday, but also I found
Yeah.
out there's a bar in my building. Like the building I live in, they just built a bar
Holy shit.
downstairs.
So-
Freaking
and
awesome.
breweries don't make rum or anything.
Sorry, just it was a brewery / distillery.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
So alcohol is okay on this stream? Absolutely. We have drinking rules right over there. It's very simple. On a nat 1, the party drinks. On a nat 20, the DM drinks. That's me. And on a new follower, everyone drinks, and we encourage you guys to join in and get hammered along with us because it makes everything more fun. That's really all the announcements we have for now. Let's dive right into our recap. The only other announcement is I will be switching my music over. All of the music and sounds that you'll be hearing from now on are coming from our fantastic friends over at Sirenscape, who provide really, really cool game sounds, ambience, and music tracks. So if you're a DM and you wanna improve your game, go check them out. We'll be using them all throughout the game. So let's do that. Let's bring this down a little bit and bring this up. All right. So, as if you guys remember, last time on Jade Regent, you finished your task. Sorry, I'm waiting for the delayed music to come in. As you guys finished your task in the crypt, the strange kind of catacomb / crypt under the Chopper's Isle, you recovered from the shocking attack that Xantor underwent there, and you braved your way deeper into the complex. You ended up finding the bones of the child that had been left there amidst the crazed writings dedicated to the bird god Pazuzu. And you actually were attacked by what appeared to be some sort of undead form of this child's ghost, a small skeletal creature. You fought him initially, but eventually you decided that you couldn't bring yourself to destroy this thing outright, and you attempted to connect with it, to reach out to it. This specifically was done by Xantor, who assumed the form of the red mastiffs that were owned by the child's father in town. And when he kind of approached the ghost, it was a very, very strange and tense, but surprisingly cathartic moment.
And
As the child embraced the dog and then vanished, just passed on into the ether. With that, you were able to claim the child's bones, exit the island and the dungeon there, and bring them back to Das Corvit, his father, who was surprised to see you in the middle of the night, but also kind of overcome with emotion. He seemed very almost like a changed man when you finally kind of gave him the remains of his son that he hasn't seen in 5 or more years, and he just asked for some time to be alone so he could bury his son. You got some sleep in after that, speaking a little bit with Ameko, and you learn actually it was pretty much just Balin that spoke with Ameko, and you learn that she's been pretty much preoccupied with the information that you guys found in the swamp, the letter and the information about her family's history, she told you that it's been tugging at her mind for quite a bit. And she had a fairly long and surprisingly heartfelt conversation with Balin, saying that she couldn't help but feel drawn by what this letter was describing, and she was planning on possibly selling the tavern and leaving with the next caravan, with
My boyfriend.
yes, with his name just slipped my mind. I don't
Sandra.
even Sandra, yes, with Sandra Vishki's next caravan out of Sandpoint to hopefully travel the far, far road to the ancient castle of Brinewall, where her family's legacy might lie. And surprisingly, she asked you guys to come with her. She seemed to imply that she has friends in town, but I mean, you guys saved her life not just once but twice now, and
Accident.
And she's it was a little bit intentional. And you guys have been sort of a rock and a big fixture in her life of recently. So she seemed to imply, at least to Balin, that perhaps the peace of mind, the sense of belonging that he was looking for, or that he was traveling to find, might not be in Sandpoint, but might be sort of somewhere out in the world, and she asked you guys to come with her. You guys were given time to, of course, think this over, and you rested, and the following day, you actually caught up with the haggard Inquisitor Gregan, who was on his way out of town to go hopefully hire a guide and go hunt once more the Tickwood Hag, who he believes killed his wife. You seem to be headed that direction, and so you took his offer up, and you decided to travel with him. You traveled with Gregan out of town, down the Lost Coast Road, and into the Tickwood, which he spoke of as being shifting, nebulous, and attempting to thwart his hunt. But you decided to take the risk anyway and go in with him. You entered the forest. It was dense, it was thick, and as you traveled deeper and deeper, you began noticing sort of strange characteristics, it being hard to kind of keep abreast of your party members, to keep track of them. The forest seems to kind of shift and change around you. Paths that you just cut or just walked through seem to be gone or moved when you turn around and look. And as we ended the session, half of you, I believe that was Xantor and Kismeth, got separated from the rest of the group. Xantor and Kismeth found a strange clearing that was decorated with these strange witch-like charms hanging from trees and stuff. And the rest of you, that is Zaknafine, Lycon, Balin, and Gregan, are all sort of separated from them. You're all with it. You can see each other, but you all kind of were a little bit of a distance away from each other. And so as we return to our session, let me just open this.
Okay, I'll allow it.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
All right. As we return to the session, I just want to say, if you haven't already, please hit that retweet link. It's right in chat. Let everyone know that you're hanging out with us. And, of course, if you want to get involved, help the players out, or perhaps hinder them, there are plenty of ways you can do that via the donation option and other things. So consider joining in. Consider helping shape the game. We're gonna zoom back in on the forest and center on the larger group here. Balin, Lycon, Zaknafine, and Gregan. So you guys all just turned around as there was a noise. You heard Kismeth or something say something, and as you turned around, you noticed like all of your party was sort of scattered from you. and you guys are all kind of like looking around. You can see some of the people are like here, some of them are over here. They're all like off in the woods, probably between 20 and 40 feet away from you. So what do you guys want to do?
Regroup.
So we now cannot see Or and what's her nuts?
Who? Kismet?
Thank you. I was going to say there's only one woman traveling with us.
Yeah. Yes. Kismet and Xantor. You don't see them. You see the rest of the other people, but you can't spot them immediately.
You can see everybody else though.
Mm-hmm.
Well, start calling their names. Xantor. Because rolling the R's carries through the forest.
Okay, so you start shouting. You keep shouting to Xantor. Trying to get some attention. Xantor, you actually can hear. You can kind of hear your voice. Your name being shouted, but it sounds like it's very far away. Like it sounds like whoever's shouting for you is like deep in the forest. Can't hear you. You're muted.
Okay, sorry. So I'll turn to Kismet and I'll be like, where are we?
And by that he means we can't see the map yet.
Oh, right.
Fireball.
There isn't really a map of the forest per se. So there's you're in the forest. It's very dense.
The Kismet, they'll feel right at home.
Okay. I'm gonna because it's just you and Kismet for a second. I'm gonna focus on them because we'll get to you guys in just a second. So you're shouting for him, but you don't really hear a response.
All right. Everyone, rally up over here,
No.
please.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys kind of call out and you kind of jog to you kind of push your way through the brush and you can kind of like center on a point and Gregan is like he's a little bit out of breath. He kind of had to run over here and he's in his sort of heavier armor. He's looking around. He says, "I told you this place was it was evil. It's thwarts progress. It attempts to swallow you."
Right. Well, let's try to prevent that from happening again. How many ropes do we have?
I don't know. How many do you have?
I don't know. I don't think I have rope in my bag.
I've got like
My
10
character sheet.
ropes.
Just like 10, 50-foot ropes?
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't have any in my bag.
5. You look like the Michelin Man. Concentric rings of ropes.
I just keep them wrapped around me.
All those armor's made of
We
rope.
probably should have been more detailed with our bags, huh?
You keep your inventory. It's up to you.
I have at least one. So,
Okay.
all right. I said that we take whatever ropes we have, try to tie them together.
I'm thinking of.
Oh, and I was like, "Yeah, you be quiet." We tie as many of them together as we can, and we either attach them to ourselves or hold on to them so that we don't lose each other, as we have already lost 2 of them.
I thought about that. But then what if one of us falls down a hole?
Then we're very well anchored.
I don't know. You guys are very heavy and large.
You are not exactly a light man either. I mean, dwarves may be short, but they are very dense. Physically, not
Sounds stupid.
Can't we just like hold hands? I mean,
good.
Lions and tigers and bears.
we're
Hold on.
not, we're not in combat. I mean,
We're off to see the wizard.
It's up to you.
I'd
What
rather-
do you guys want to do?
I'd rather hold
Or-
somebody's hand. Well, we're discussing it with each other. I'd rather hold somebody's hand than get lost in some creepy ass woods.
What's we're going to tie the rope around our waists or hold the rope and follow each other.
Okay, let's do it. We'll take the one single line of rope. We don't even need to even tie it. We just need to all hold onto it. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So
All
let's
right.
do that. Let's
So
do it.
you pass the rope between you guys, and Gregan will take one end, and Balin will take the other, and you guys kind of you guys sort of all hold on to this, and once you do you want to start walking in a direction? Do you want to? Are you headed somewhere? Are you just gonna head like straight deeper into the woods, or do you want to try and do something else?
Um,
You didn't hear anything from Xantor, did you?
no. And I'm pretty sure I know what this is going to yield, but I'm going to do it anyway. Look around and see if there's any sign of any tracks
Okay,
that
roll
would
me.
have been left by Xantor.
Okay, he wasn't in animal form, was he?
No, but he would still leave tracks.
No. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, roll me a perception check.
Oh, this will go well.
Yeah. Net 20.
Normal roll. 16.
Yeah, it's not bad.
All right, give me a. Sorry. All right. So a 16, as you're making your way through the brush, you're kind of holding onto the rope. You don't actually you don't really see any tracks or anything that were left by him, but are you just looking around, or you're looking and walking?
Mainly, I'm relying on. Well, no, because I'm at one end of the rope. Who was in front?
Whoever you want. You guys can have
I
whatever
mean, when
order.
we first came in, who was in front? I thought it was.
I think it was probably Xantor, because he was using his survival ability to try and track through the woods, and probably Gregan was also like.
I was
you
going
know.
to say, I figured Gregan was
Yeah.
more familiar with it than he was. So
Yeah, he probably trying his best, but I mean, you can tell that he knows that it's a losing endeavor.
right. Because I was going to say, if he was in front, since he's got the other end of the rope, then I can watch for. Focus more on watching for
That's
stuff,
fine.
and then just
So,
let the rope
so
lead.
we'll let him be in the front, and you can be at the back.
And if I find something, just hold up and tug on the rope.
Fair enough. Got it. Okay, so as you begin pushing through the woods, you guys are kind of moving in the most straight line you can. You don't really have a direction per se. You just know you're heading deeper. And as you delve deeper and deeper into the woods, Balin, eventually you begin sort of, you see what looks like kind of a it's off in the distance. It looks like a broken, a piece of a tree is like broken downwards, and you don't really pay attention to it. And then you keep walking for a little bit, and you notice a little bit closer. There's there's something else hanging from a tree, and it seems to be like it's hard to make out. It's because it's very kind of hazy in here, but it appears to be like you can see at least one kind of long bird's feathers hanging down from it. It looks like it's a bundle of like of sticks of some sort or something like that that's just kind of hanging from a tree. It looks kind of like a bird's nest or something that's like just hanging downwards. And you actually periodically notice these things that are set up sort of every so often. There's a good distance in them, but you can't really see a pattern or anything to that. You just kind of notice them. Some are farther out in the woods, some of them are closer.
Do they seem like trail markers, or possibly trail markers?
They don't seem to line up in any coherent way, so probably not.
a lot of trails I've known tend to wander and don't really line up.
Would you like to, I mean, you can, if you'd like to kind of direct the group to kind of follow from one to the other, you can.
Well, I'm definitely going to point it out to Inquisitor Fuckface, whose name I can never keep in my head.
Gregan.
Thank you, Greg.
So you wanna kind of encourage him to follow one to the other?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys will you guys begin sort of making your way to the nearest, and as he when you say this, he'll say I've seen these before many times. They're talismans left by the hag, forest witch. I think she uses them to mark her territory.
Yes, Courtney, you did hear that correctly, and I believe that's who we're looking. I believe that's who we're looking for. Is it not?
He says, "Aye, but I suggest we pick two and navigate deeper between them, rather than one to the other."
All right.
All right. So as you guys, we'll say that you guys can kind of find one and then find another, probably like a good 200 feet away, and then you sort of use those as two kind of marker points and just head straight between them. And as you're heading deeper into the woods, we're gonna turn to Xantor. You and Kismeth are sort of standing in this clearing, and again, you can sort of see these sort of fetishes that are hanging from the trees, and what looks like a very dark path.
Mute myself. Yeah. What's the path made out of?
It's not really made out of anything. It's usually the trees kind of just seem to kind of curve over it a little bit, and it's just sort of empty of brush.
I'm gonna put my hand against one of the trees and see if I can sense or feel anything.
Are you looking for anything in particular?
Feel or the corruption or
Is this a particular ability?
No, I figure my
Okay.
attunement with nature should allow me to sense if
No, that's fine. I just wanted to know if you were using a specific ability that had specific. Okay, we'll say that you can kind of use your druid craft to kind of not really communicate, but more commune with the surroundings. Go ahead and roll me a nature check.
Okay.
Hello, Eric Webb. Welcome to the
Oh, what's going on, Eric? How you doing, my friend? And also, what's up, Courtney? How are you doing, guys? Thank you for joining us.
Come on.
All right. I was actually I was gonna say we'll say because I was gonna say before Eric came in because you're sort of you're a forest druid, you can you can have advantage on your nature check to read the trees, so we'll count it.
Yeah.
which means drink.
Oh yes, that encourages me to drink. That's a nat 20, so I'm gonna take my drink. I'm gonna thank Eric Webb for his host. Thank you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for hosting. And I will drink, and if you're at home and you have some alcohol with you, I encourage you to drink it too. For those asking, I'm drinking Boulevard Tank 7 Farmhouse Ale. Okay. So... Oh shit, I'm drinking too, as you should be. So you kind of put your hand against the tree and you close your eyes and you almost you send out a pulse of kind of druidic energy through the tree and down into the soil, and you can kind of feel the roots of the trees around you. And it's almost as if for a second you feel like this forest is you feel like this forest is alive, like it is almost you hear almost like a song in your mind, like the trees are well nourished, they're growing and flourishing, it's almost like you've actually encountered this feeling before. It's almost as if someone is tending to this forest.
That's weird.
I figured it out. Xantor's really the hag in disguise.
That's the Shyamalan twist.
That explains so much. God damn it, Shamalama Ding Dong.
Okay. I say so I'm gonna turn to Ashley. I'm gonna say this forest is alive with like life and not corruption. Are any of the fetishes within reach? Could I touch any of them?
Yeah, you can go grab one.
I'm gonna pull one down and study it.
Your arm
Okay.
explodes.
Do you
Can I use
Although,
what do you want to use?
Is the symbol like druidic in nature? Does it look like my druidic focus? Does
Okay.
it look like
Roll me an Arcana check. I'll give you advantage on it.
yeah.
12. Okay. It doesn't really look like it. Well, okay. It's definitely very shamanistic. There's definitely kind of druidic symbology. Like, this could have been constructed by someone who has druidic kind of training or upbringing, but there's also a mixture of it's also kind of shot through with other sort of magical talisman creation, stuff that is a bit outside the wheelhouse, like your particular wheelhouse. Druids don't really craft totems like this. They're not really known for that. This is definitely some sort of learned magic practice. Because it seems to be channeling magic, or if it is things like this are used to channel magic not from nature directly, but sort of from the totem itself.
Okay.
Kind of Kismet will look around. She says, I don't know where everyone is. I really don't feel safe here. Should we wait for them? We should probably wait for them.
I don't think waiting for them will get us anywhere. I say we push forward along the path. Oh, wait. Did I hear my name called?
Yeah, it sounded like someone was calling it from like far, far away.
Oh. I say we follow the path.
Okay.
I'm cool with this.
you're not there.
I know, that's why I'm cool with it.
He's the leader of the party. He guides us to our...
All right. So you and Kismet begin sort of walking down this darkened path, and you guys are gonna be. We'll get to you in just a second, but the path itself, as you begin walking down, the first thing you notice, and you've seen this before, when your tribe sort of traveled near elven lands and things like that, you recognize sort of magic that has been used to sort of shape the trees, sort of to kind of create this archway of canopy above. It's not like grown naturally. It's not something your tribe particularly did, but when you pass near the elves of like Mirani Forest and stuff up north, they definitely were into this stuff.
Right.
Yeah, I bet they were.
Okay, so let's go back to the other group. Let's find some spook music. Spooky music.
Casper, the friendly ghost. No.
We're out to see the wizard, the wonderful. We represent the Lollipop Guild. The Lollipop Guild.
All right, cool. So, as we return to the rest of the guys, you guys have been walking for a fairly long time. You begin to hear a strange tittering sound, almost like a sound echoing through the forest around you.
Goddamn gnomes.
all around us, I presume.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely coming from, you know, it's not like 180, but it's something is definitely kind of moving through the forest around you guys. Yeah.
Oh,
Burn this motherfucker to the ground.
been thinking about that point way back when George Bush said the only way we're going to protect our forests is to cut them all down. Whatever.
Well, that would solve the problem.
It would solve the problem. Generally, one does not light something on fire when one is inside it, however, so that would be bad.
They weren't nearly as flammable.
And I presume that the rest of you have, like, noted this sound as well.
Gregan,
I don't know, did he?
Gregan will kind of like he you see him kind of gripping the rope with his other hand. He's kind of he's got on the hilt of his sword, and he says, "We've been discovered."
It would seem that
He says, "Are you familiar with the Fae?"
not directly, no.
I mean, haven't we been traveling with one?
No. Her name is Mafe. But
Yeah, but I thought she was a fae. I know where she was.
No, she was from the Shadow Plane.
Okay.
I've heard stories, but nothing specific.
Generous bestow.
Close in a bit. And don't eat or drink anything. Is that right? Anything that you don't eat or drink it? I think I heard that.
He says, "I would suggest against it." And he kind of like, as he's talking, you see kind of like something dash by in front of you, and you hear kind of like a clank, 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 clank of the feet on the soil, and as it whips by, the thing that you get a flash of is like bright red, and he kind of like, you see him kind of whip his head and turn. He says, "Red caps."
Is that good?
No. And as this is happening, you guys are going to you guys see the laughing kind of, the like little kind of cheering laughter begins to reach a fevered pitch, and all of a sudden, as you guys are stopping, you hear it kind of circling around you, out of the kind of underbrush of the wood. These things, they look like minuscule little humans, like about this big, like wicked little looking old men with long white beards and mustaches, and a kind of a wide toothy grin, snarling. Their feet kind of clang against the dirt as they seem to be clad in these metal boots, and they're wielding small scythes, as they all are wearing what looks like bright red hats. They look like these little cloth caps that are just wet and glistening red, and they all step out from the brush circling around you. And as they do, we're gonna roll some initiative.
Don't forget to touch yourself first.
I can't. Myself's not here.
I know, I can't either.
I just see a picture of a forest. It's quite dark and grim.
Yeah, let me grab your tokens. Your tokens are the ones that are here on the front page updated?
I don't see them.
Are they up to date is what I meant.
I haven't touched them, so
Looks like it for me. 21 hit points.
Fair enough. Then we'll use those. All right, let me get some combat music. Hold on. I'm looking for combat music.
Oh, yay. 7. That's lovely.
we've been shitting up the initiative rolls lately.
This is nope. That's not what I'm looking for. I can't find my combat music.
That's all right. You see, Courtney there, she's absolutely correct that red caps are just, they're weird little fuckers. They are. Just saying.
All right. Yes, they are. They're wee little fuckers. and you can see them. Actually, they are not particularly huge, but they are fierce looking. So give me a second here.
Yeah, Zach, I know Balin's a big burly man, and he should be emulated in every way. But you could roll higher than him, or me.
Maybe. Zach's just trying to be humble,
Oh, that's right.
Am I
He
supposed to?
doesn't want to take all the glory for himself.
Are you what?
I'm not supposed to roll, right?
Correct.
Yeah, you're not in this this combat particularly. I don't look. It doesn't look like I have a thing for these guys, so I'm gonna have to.
To quote the Dead Alewives Watchtower, "You're not there. You're getting drunk."
I don't have a thing for them, so we'll have to use a different thing for now.
Werewolves, they're so delicious. I love
Use
them.
this. All right.
Is that Deadpool?
No, that's a red mantis assassin.
Oh.
Okay, cool. So these guys are gonna roll some initiative themselves. 1d20 plus 4 for a wow, really? No, wait, what did I get? A 21. I thought I got a 7 too. What did I put
I
on?
kind of agree with Vas there. Why no shout out for the second donation?
I missed it. Sorry, I was going to. I forgot about that. Vaz, did you donated another $5 and said shout out to you guys. Vaz, if you want to, you are welcome, of course, to help influence the fight if you like. You can see down below. You can give the players advantage or inspiration, or you can I don't know. You can scheme against them if that is your desire. But let us know.
You may have to repeat all that because he just sat back down. He just walked in from that door back there behind Josh and sat back down. So
Josh is muted.
Josh,
I'm trying to explain to him that he didn't know that he can do things for donating. So.
Oh, okay.
Do you mind? He was out of the room when you explained it.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me go back to the chat. Is he watching from another computer or no?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Give me 1 second.
It's like he can see the future.
That sounds delicious. Oh my god. It's like this Brazilian steakhouse that I went to was just these incredibly hot guys with swords full of meat walking around, and they just that is like fucking heaven for me. Sorry.
I was gonna make a joke about meat swords, but you already made it for me, I think.
I know. So me.
No, Vaz, if you want to, of course, for $2, a $2 donation, you can give a player inspiration to assist them. That is an awesome thing there. For obviously for $4, well, it's not written there, but for $4 you can give them advantage, which means they get to roll their roll twice and take the higher. And there are other things in there, so it's up to you. You let us know how you. Yeah, the joke does tell itself. Thank you.
Now, describe the difference between inspiration.
Oh yeah, no. Inspiration is they get to add an extra D8 to whatever they to a roll of their choice. Advantage means they get to roll twice and take the better one. They're both cool. They both help quite a bit. So, whatever you like to do. There are also other options. What does that get me? Well, it depends. You can use $10 to influence, in one shot, or you can give everyone inspiration and help everyone that's playing. $10 is one inspiration per character, or you can do something else. It's up to you.
Multiple shots, fantastic. I love it. Wait.
Okay, cool. So I want everyone to get inspiration. Done. Everyone has the inspiration. Okay, let's get into it, guys. So as we jump to the top, the red caps are going to rush forward, and they're all going to. We're gonna say 3 of them are going to make attacks. So this is going to be one. We're gonna say one attack at. Oh, hold on. Gotta open my PDF here. One of them is going to make an attack at Lycon, one of them is going to make an attack at Balin, and one of them is going to make an attack at Gregan. So, this is 1d20 plus 5 for their attack. This one is for Lycon. Is a 17 against your AC.
Yes.
Yes.
Alright. That is going to be...
Word of our community's acclaim spreads.
that is going to be 7 damage as it cleaves into you with its sharp scythe, just cackling madly as it kind of cuts into the flesh of your leg with its scythe. You kind of look down at this thing, and it's got this big grin on its tiny little face, and it says, "Oh, more blood!" The other one is going to make an attack at Balin. That is a 15.
Hits.
Okay. For 6 damage. And the last one is making an attack at Gregan. Okay, here are his stats in front of me. His AC is, wow, a 21 is definitely going to hit. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do that. For 4 damage as they kind of lay into you with surprising speed as these guys just whip around from the forest. Lycon, you are going to be up first. What would you like to do? Oh, I forgot to roll for Gregan. So, Lycon, you can go, and I'll roll for Gregan. For his initiative.
I am going to use my cunning action to disengage
Okay.
and move out of their range.
You got
and
it.
I am going to fling a dagger at that sumbitch's face.
All right, go for it, man.
And miss. Fucking terribly.
I don't have a good picture for Gregan, so I'll use this one. He got an 18 for his initiative, so he'll go after you. An 8 is just gonna whip right past these things and kind of bury itself in the dirt next to them as they kind of juke out of the way. They're tiny and they're fast. Anything else you want to do?
Nope.
All right, cool. Next is Gregan. He's gonna go, and he is going to. You see him kind of draw his sword, and his sword looks it looks old, but it also looks very well crafted, and you know it doesn't look like it's tasted like it's been cleaned very well, but it looks expensive. And as he does, he's gonna bring it around in an arc and slice at one of these things. For a 19, that is definitely going to hit this this tiny little creature, and he is going to cut into it for 10 damage as he, like, this creature kind of rushes forward. He just shing, like, stabs right through its stomach, its tiny little stomach, kind of pinning it to the ground and twisting the blade. And as he does, he pulls it out with a flourish. He says, "Their flesh is tough. It will absorb damage. You need to hit them hard."
Oh, that's good to know. I was afraid we were going to have to fight them with butter knives or something. Maybe a feather duster.
Alright, and thank you for the host, Shadzar and Psychus, 29 XP. Thank you, guys. Alright, that is going to be his turn. So Lycon went. Balin, what do you want to do?
I'm going to hit it very hard, like he said, but
Alright.
I guess it's more of an orc kind of thing. So I'm going to use my battle axe. Choppity.
Chop, 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 chop.
An 11.
11 is unfortunately not going to hit.
Excuse me.
Then I will try to, with what little maneuverability I have, back in so that we're clustered back to back, and they have to come at. They can't get behind anything.
Come at me, bro.
Kind of, yes. And I guess that'll do for me.
Okay. Where did I don't remember where.
I don't know.
Next up, our fearless leader. He's going to show us how it's done.
All right. Zachnafine, show him how it's done.
All right.
Swear to God, you hit a tree. I want to kick you in the nuts.
Dude, I've been really sucking lately, so let's see how we do this. I too have a battle axe. I guess am I close enough to just start fighting these fools? Or because I can't really see anything on.
Okay, none of us can. They're all around us.
No, I know. Okay, so I can. That's what I'm saying. I don't have to like go anywhere. All right, cool. So yeah, I'm gonna swing and try and smack one of these fools.
Go for it, man.
Let's make this happen.
An
Come on.
18 will hit.
All right, that's what I'm fucking talking about.
All
Cool.
right. As you kind of wheel around with your shield in one hand, and you bring your axe right into, like, as this thing is running towards you, bring the axe right into its stomach and kind of smack it, and you send it flying, kind of tumbling back through the brush. As you, like, this thing was small, but actually when you hit it with the axe, it felt like kind of like hitting a log. Like, this thing was dense. Even though it flew backwards, it just kind of boom. You can see there's blood, like a trail of blood behind it. But as it kind of, I need blood. I need your blood. As they continue to close in. Top of the round. One of them is going to make an attack at Gregan again. For an 11 is not going to hit him. This one's going to make an attack at Zachnafine for a 9.
Nah, man, that's not gonna hit me.
And the last one is going to make an attack at Balin for a 13.
No.
All right. These you guys get back to back as you sort of, you prepare yourself, and as these things rush toward you, you manage to kind of like kick them out of the way and block their little scythe hits as they continue to chitter and screech and circle around you. All right. Gregan is going to go, and he's going to take a swing at one as they run by. 15 will just hit. Alright. You see him kind of clip another one, and it was the one that Zachnafine just hit, and that one, like, as this thing is running by, like, kind of dragging its leg because it looks fairly injured, he's just going to lance his sword down and stab it into the dirt and twist the blade. As he does, this thing kind of lets out a gurgling, no, the mother, and then dies. And then he'll just kind of kick this thing away. Lycon, what do you want to do?
I am going to try another throwing dagger attack against the one that Gregor hit the first time, since it's still up, right?
No, the one Gregan just hit is... Oh, the one he first hit?
Yes.
Yeah, that one's still alive.
Okay. Since that one's already has been damaged slightly, I'm going to go for that one again.
Uh, 20 will hit. Yeah, that'll do it. As you throw you kind of line up your shot, and you wait till it's kind of like right in line with a tree, and you whip this dagger at it, and the dagger just sinks right into this thing's neck and kind of like pins it right, like hits it right into the tree, and you see it kind of like crane its head to you with its eyes wide and this wicked kind of grin on its face as it slowly slides down the tree and into the dirt. Anything else?
No, I'm good.
All right. Balin, what do you want to do? It looks like there's one left.
I was planning on giving him some flowers and perhaps chocolate. No, wait, no. Kill him. That's what I was going to do. Kill him. Yeah. Bonk. With a 15.
That'll just hit.
Just barely. Now, since it'll be an extra 2 damage because I'm only wielding. So 8.
All right. As this thing is kind of rushing towards you with scythe raised, you just gotta grip your battle axe with 2 hands, and you just bring it down like you're splitting a log, and it just catches the thing right in the collarbone, and you just you bury your axe into it. And again, it is sort of like, you know, burying your axe in a stump because of how dense this thing is, and your axe is just kind of wedged there as this thing stops in its tracks. It's kind of
struggling like. I try to laugh back at him at the same way. It is holding.
You have it kind of stuck. The thing is not dead yet, but it is definitely it is kind of stuck there as you're holding it down. Xantor, he's got this last one kind of pinned. What do you want to do?
Xantor's not there.
Zachnafine, I'm sorry.
It's magic. Did everybody die?
I don't know. I don't know what he did.
Because Zach has had to stop playing. So
I'm sorry.
he just stood there and watched us all get killed.
Yeah, we all died. Now we're gonna haunt you for the rest of your life.
I'm pulling this up real quick. My bad. So what's going on? I didn't hear that last part.
So Balin has this last one kind of pinned down with its axe kind of buried in it. It's the last one that's left alive, and you kind of like he's got this one stuck.
Okay, and I have to decide if I kill it or
well, it's your attack. It's your turn. You can do whatever you like.
You can give it a hug if you want.
Well, I guess I'll just ask everybody. You know, should we kill this thing or are we gonna we keep it to interrogate it?
If any of you would like to respond, you're welcome to.
Is this the one that hit me, or did we already kill that one?
That was the first one that died.
I have no opinion either way then.
All right, death it is.
As you do it, Gregan will say, these creatures are mad. They crave only blood. You will get no information out of them.
Yeah, that's better by me anyway. I fucking hate evil things. All right.
There you go.
Oh, a 20. Yeah, that'll absolutely hit.
All right, cool.
As your battle axe comes in next to mine, and we just cut like a
V shape that just like its head ching, right down here. And as you just smash your axe into this thing, like you split the logs from the other side, they just gonna punch in, and this thing like still with this grin on its face, this kind of mad eyes, and you just see it kind of like as its head just slowly like slides backwards and falls off of its body, and then it crumples to the ground. And you guys, as you guys kind of wipe the blood off of your blade, Gregan kind of kicks the one that he stabbed away, and he says, "It's the hag. She's trying to drive us out with her fey magic." Nothing?
I presume that we should not
I'm
allow
not scared.
that.
Yeah,
Okay.
But does this give us
people got injured? How seriously are they injured?
I
Like a couple people got hit, right? I can't.
Yeah, a couple.
Lycon and Balin.
yeah.
Are you guys
I'm
chill?
down 7. I'm only down
Are
7.
you guys chill, or you guys need somewhere good?
How many points does a normal potion restore?
I think it's like 1d8.
1d8. Yeah.
Okay.
potion?
Yeah.
It's 2d4 actually, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've never used mine. I still have mine from like forever ago.
And I think
I have a big potion.
Ashley just bought 2 of them for herself last week.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Gregor, does this give us any indication as to which way this hag possibly is?
He says, if she's summoning these creatures, that means we must be close. We should keep pushing on. If you spot any more of these fetishes, these talismans in the trees, keep an eye out. We may be able to find her lair. But he says, I have a suspicion that the closer we get, the more powerful her magic, whether it be illusions or control over nature, may become.
That should be relatively enjoyable. Lycon, you just find anything of use on these little shits?
I don't know. Let me tell you in a second.
Okay.
You wanna kind of
perception.
Yeah, I mean, they don't actually carry anything on them. In fact, they have their boots are kind of like bolted onto their body. They're sort of metal boots. And they have these little sights, but these sights are like, yay big. They're made for like a small creature. They're not made for you guys.
Oh, nothing useful.
So as you guys kind of push them away and begin trudging deeper into the forest, we're gonna turn back to our other group who is pushing down this path.
Can I take one of those little caps?
Yeah, it is. I
was just about to
It
say
looks
the
like
same
it's like a sackcloth cap, like hat, soaking wet. And as you kind of feel it, you kind of look at your hand, and your hand is just coated with sticky red blood.
Excellent. That's fantastic. I mean, please go on to the other people.
Okay. You guys. So as we go to Kismet and Xantor, you guys have been walking down this path for quite a bit, and it seemed like you don't sense you don't get any sense that the forest is trying to push you out or trying to sort of twist or turn your path or deceive you. You're just walking straight ahead. For you don't really know how long. It's too dark to see the sky. You don't really have any visual indicator for exactly how far you've walked or exactly how long it's been. But eventually, all of a sudden, the sound of birds, the sound of wildlife will just kind of slowly fade into the background before it almost seems to disappear completely. And you hear echoing through the trees, you hear, "Why do you come here? Why do you seek your deaths?"
We don't seek our deaths. We're looking for where we parked our carriage. We seem to have lost our friends, and maybe you can point us in the right direction.
You lie. I know who you travel with.
Who do I travel with?
You travel with those who seek to harm my wood, who seek to harm me.
I don't know where you are, crazy voice in the sky, but if you notice, I'm wearing plants. Do I look like someone who wants to harm the woods? I love nature. In fact, you know what? And then I'm gonna reach down, I'm gonna scoop up some of the dirt, and I'm gonna start eating it. That's how much I love nature. And I have like a handful of.
Kismet is kind of just looking like she doesn't really know what to say. She says, we're not. And the voice says, "You try to deceive, but I know. I see all. I see who you travel with."
Yeah, you said this before, and as I said before, covered in plants, eating nature. I love nature. I'm one with nature.
Your affinity with my wood is the only reason you are alive now. Your friends may not be so lucky.
So tell me, why do you cross the border into my wood? Why do you seek me?
I think that actually that is best left for my compatriots, and if you could help me find my friends, then they can answer for you.
There's kind of a silence for a second. It says,
If you will not answer, then none of you will leave.
Oh, we'll answer. I think I gave you an answer. I said we're helping our friends. They can give you more details. In the meantime, I'm just here. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
no. Kismet is kind of. She kind of looks. She says, we're looking for a hag.
Damn it.
Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum,
She
bum,
would
bum,
do
bum,
that.
bum.
Fucking Kismet, god damn it.
And as the the voice will kind of stop for a second as it pauses, and it says,
For what do you seek?
Is that to me or to her?
it's
To Kismet?
it's in general, but it's just
If you do not answer, then you will not see your companions again.
We're seeking justice for this one and for one other. And we believe that the hag is the key to us finding that justice.
Why do you believe you seek justice?
This one's family was murdered, and the hag may have some knowledge or have something to do with it. And one other person we travel with, he also seeks justice.
roll me
And seeing that, sorry, go ahead.
roll me a persuasion check with advantage.
Persuasion -1.
It's a nat 20. Even though it is -1, it is still a nat 20. So I'm gonna enjoy a tasty beverage. I'm actually gonna probably finish this beer, and yeah.
Nice.
So. Okay, just remind
And
me
we didn't
while
need to be attacking a small child.
while I'm doing that. Just remind me what it was that you specifically you specifically were trying to convince this voice of.
Okay. We were trying to convince her that that there's been a great misjustice done, and the hag would be able to answer those questions and provide clarity, while not giving details that, while avoiding, completely saying that they believe that the hag killed all these people and they want to kill the hag.
Okay, so as you do this, the voice will seek, and you hear kind of a creaking sound, and you see above you, you see kind of the branches above you begin to kind of thin just so slightly to allow some of the light from the sky to kind of peek in, actually sort of illuminating the trail. And as it does, you also see that the trail itself, basically the way it was the way that it was set up was you were sort of down this path, and it was just dark behind you and dark in front of you, so you didn't know exactly how far it went. You see kind of the light continue down the path. It shows that the path itself is not actually that long. You can actually see it ends maybe about 200 feet ahead of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good job.
So I see them now?
No. You actually see the end of the path that you and her were walking down. The one that was covered, had the shaped trees.
Oh, okay. So what do I see at the end of the path?
As you kind of
Mom.
are you gonna stay there, or do you want to walk down it a little bit more?
I'm going to walk down and I'm going to pull Kismet with me.
Yeah, you kind of make your way there, and you see what looks to be a... There appears to be a very, like, an open grove. Light is streaming into it, and the like you can hear kind of the sound of water kind of dripping from a stream. You can hear birds, and you see the grove itself is full of plants and trees and all kinds. And in the center of it appears to be a very well blended in with like the rocks and the trees around it, a wooden hut of some sort.
Nos Drovian, Courtney. Dos Vidania.
How's that rum, man? That's whiskey. I'm sorry.
That's Scotch.
That's Scotch. Yeah,
Scotch.
Scotch whiskey. How is it? Is it good?
It's good. It's good. My guest this week from Scotland brought it for me as a present.
That's awesome, man.
Ooh,
Seductively
different,
smooth, fruity, and rich. So much like me, except for the rich part of things.
So what do you guys want to do? Do you want to sort of walk towards this clearing?
Yes.
Okay. As you guys, like, Kismet is just like like her eyes are wide as she is enamored with what she's seeing, and as you guys walk towards the end of this path and you step into this clearing, okay, just checking something. You see that she's just like, she's speechless, and as you step in, the light, like, your eyes are kind of taking in the amount of light that is here. It looks like the canopy is almost completely open, and you just, like, all of the sounds of nature just kind of return to you as you see this hut before you, and the kind of the grown and tended plants around you, and as you kind of are standing there, there's like a winding wooden staircase that leads up to the what appears to be the front door of this hut, which is about 20 feet off the ground or so. And as you guys are sort of standing at the bottom, you see the door slowly begin to creak open, and we're gonna turn our attention back to the other group.
Son of a bitch.
Dramatic fadeaway.
You guys are walking. You guys have been walking through the forest for a while. You definitely hear sounds of other things that are kind of moving this way and that way through the forest. But they and it's still, you're still holding the rope and you're kind of pushing ahead. I'd like any of you, if you have any method you want to try and navigate by, you're welcome to. Otherwise, I need a survival check.
Yeah, I'm gonna die.
Would you allow nature?
Sure, but it'll get you a different result.
Because survival is a -1. Nature is just a straight up 0. So try.
A 5. A 5.
Ain't gonna help.
Let me see if he has.
We are in lost.
Okay, he actually has. Wow. He is not doing well either, even with his particularly trained method, trained eyes in the woods. You guys are
This
just kind of
wood in particular.
Yeah, you guys are wandering for quite a while, as you seem to kind of be attempting to cut your way through this wood, and it's hard to tell if you're making any progress, but since he's up front, eventually Gregan, who is like cutting his way through these trees and stuff, will just kind of stop, and you guys sort of are startled by his kind of he suddenly just stops in front of you, and you guys kind of like bump into him or stop, and as he does, he says, "She's here."
Where?
He's gonna kind of like reach his hand over, and push like this branch, like there's a section of hanging branch out of the way, and as he pushes it, you see directly over his shoulder, probably about 150 feet off in the woods, you see just this tall, like lanky form. It looks slightly humanoid, but it is hunched over. You can see things draped over it. You can see its long arms ending in very large, oversized hands. You can't really make any details out because of the distance and the lack of light between you and there, but you can definitely make out that there is something sort of watching you from a distance.
She probably looks a bit like Robert Picardo.
Don't get that reference.
Well, Robert Picardo is the guy who played the holographic doctor in Star Trek Voyager. However, in the movie Legend with Tom Cruise, he also played Magda Mucklebones, the troll hag that lived in the swamp. And that's exactly what.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Green haggish.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Anyway, sorry. Carry on.
No, so you guys see that he's just standing there. He's just.
So we've been wandering through this woods for hours, and you just all of a sudden happen to know where this thing is.
Are you saying that out loud?
Yes.
He says, "She wants us to know that she's watching. I did not know where she is. I saw her."
So does this mean that we have to go and talk to her now, or do we keep looking for her, even though she's right in the back?
He kind of draws his sword again, and he says, "There will be no talking."
I'm gonna lean over to Balin, and I'm like, I think this guy's full of shit.
We'll find out in a moment. And the axe comes out and says, "Let's go have a chat."
Okay. As you guys are kind of like walking towards this thing, you see it doesn't really move that much. It's just kind of standing there, and probably you get a few paces in, and he will just kind of break out. Like when you're about 50 feet away, he'll just kind of break out into a full-on run at this thing.
Is he letting go of the rope?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Fuck nuts.
I'm gonna do I'm at the other end of the rope, so I guess it depends on what everybody else is doing.
What do you guys want to do?
Zach is gonna look like the inside of a cotton ball.
Oh yeah. He does that from time to time.
Yeah, it's so cute.
I'm sorry. Bathroom break. Jesus.
That's okay. Okay.
Wait a minute. Are you in the bathroom?
No, he's in his.
I'm in my room that has a bathroom right there.
Okay.
That was another human being you were pointing at. Don't disrespect him by saying he's a bathroom.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's a little disturbing.
so what are you guys doing?
I'm kind of sighing and shaking my head because I really don't want to run after this tool nugget. I'm just kind of glance back at Zach because it's his fault.
No, dude, I'm not gonna run after him. If he wants to go die, that's fine.
This was his fault.
That's on him.
All right. So you're gonna kind of watch him, or are you just gonna let him go? Okay.
I guess we'll run. We'll
No. It's
We'll
you don't have to
keep
feel pressured. You can just do
pace
whatever.
with him. We're not going to run like full charge towards
Okay.
the creature.
So you kind of hold onto the rope, and you begin sort of jogging after him, and you see. As he gets nearby, you see the image of this kind of creature, and as it gets closer, you definitely see. Give me just 1 second. Yeah, you see this thing is like is hunched over. It is lanky. It has got this mottled green skin with tattered fabric and stuff covering its body, and long dripping hair spilling down the side of its head. And all it does is it simply kind of turns, like with this mashed up, like distended looking face towards him as he rushes in with his sword and swings. And as he does, he's swinging at nothing. There's nothing there.
Even
and
we
you see
don't
him,
see anything anymore.
No, it's just gone. And you see him kind of like stumble forward a bit and kind of like bump into a tree, and he's kind of like looks around, like, with his sword just in his hand. He says,
It's witchcraft, I tell you.
Can I check around to see if I notice, like, trap, anything else standing near us that may be ready to ambush us?
yeah, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Ah, damn it.
You don't see anything. You don't see anything immediately. There's nothing really identifying in the forest. You definitely will hear kind of a coming from somewhere in the woods around you.
So we'll step up to Inquisitor Fuckface and hand him his end of the rope back and say, how many times have you fallen for that?
He says,
I'm sorry. If you saw such a creature carving up the body of your beloved, you would be enraged at the sight of it too.
I don't doubt it. So, you said she was close. How close does she have to be to do that? And while I'm asking this, I'm looking around.
okay, roll me a perception check.
Oh God, that's a -1 as well.
Well, hell, I got a +4 and I got
13.
A 13.
Shit, rolled
You
better than I did.
you can see that the trees seem to grow more dense, slightly to the northeast of you. You're not sure what direction is that, but it's like, if that's 12, it's like that way. And by more dense, I mean like the trees seem to be less and less spaced out.
Almost as though forming a wall gradually. So, do we, what sort of a boat? If you knew that, you wouldn't. I mean, the trees over there are thicker than they are back in any other direction. Does this hag, she has an influence on the woods, yes?
Powerful witchcraft over these woods, illusions and other spells mark her domain.
So would she use the trees to make a wall around her abode?
I wouldn't put it past her.
And the forest is much thicker that way.
Right. Then that's our road. I will try and stay my anchor. She will no doubt attempt to coax us off the path the closer we get.
Do you want to tie the rope around you instead? That way you can't just take off again?
He kind of takes the rope and just wraps it around his wrist a few times and just kind of pulls it through.
All right, that'll do for now.
All right, so you guys take off towards the kind of dense area of trees, and as you do, we're gonna turn back to our
The
other
half of our
companions who are standing in this grove. This door is opening, and as the door opens, you hear a voice kind of echoing again. It says,
Tell me once and finally, and do not deceive me. What is your intention? If you find me, if your companions find me, will you claim my head?
So you want the truth. That depends on how you answer the questions when my companions find me. If you're responsible for the deaths of my companion here's parents, it's very likely that they will go for your head. Our other guide, he believes that you've murdered his wife and kids. Now, you tell me, are you responsible for these actions? Do you believe that justice needs to be done?
it says, there's kind of quiet for a second, and the voice says,
I have harmed no one. I live here in solitude. The farmers and the woodsmen often come to me for potions and medicines.
So I'm inclined to believe you because I was able to commune with the plants, the trees for a minute, and I sensed peace and harmony, and you definitely are not manipulating them for your own ends. But why do you think that our guide blames you for the deaths of his family? Why is he so driven to destroy you?
Roll me one more persuasion check with advantage.
Oh. That's not my dice.
17. There's a long silence, like a very you ask your questions if you're expecting an immediate answer, and there's just nothing. There's no birds. There's no the wall, even the stream, the sound of the kind of dripping stream nearby seems to go quiet for a second, and then very, very slowly you hear, because his wife is not dead.
What?
And you see very, very slowly, stepping out of the doorway is not what you expected at all. You see kind of these slow footsteps as a woman wear a long kind of black skirt trailing down to the floor. Her upper half is a kind of a white bodice covered in a flowing green cloak that seems to cover her dark red hair. She steps out of the building, standing at the top of the landing, and she's kind of looking down at you. She says, because it is complicated.
Okay, well, how about this for complicated? Your husband, and I do this in quotes. I'm like, your husband is in the woods coming to murder you for murdering you. And you know this?
She kind of looks around. She says, would you mind talking inside? I'd rather, it's awfully open out here.
Yeah, of course.
Agoraphobic. Okay.
And she kind of like ushers you, just gestures you very kindly, very warmly, up the stairs and towards the door. If you're willing to join her, Kismet is surprisingly silent in here. Not just because I want to keep her silent, but also because she really doesn't really know what to say. Like she's kind of like taking everything in.
Console.
So you,
One wants to know what the giveaway is.
what's the giveaway? Oh, the giveaway is, of course, I thought he was talking to you, whatever. Giveaway is no, not give a what.
Give a what?
Give a what?
Give a what?
Exclamation point giveaway in the chat. We are giving away for the month of February a brand new D&D 5th edition player's handbook. Yes, you can see it on the camera. You may not be able to see it, but you can see it now. It's a brand new player's handbook along with a set of dice and a dice bag to keep them in. It's
and a brand new car.
I will drive to your house and also massage your feet. It is it's everything you need to get started with D&D 5th edition, and all you have to do is hit that link, and all the instructions are right there. So that's our giveaway. Go ahead and check that out. Okay, so are you and Kismet entering the house?
Yes.
Okay.
And right into the oven.
Just the front door right into it. That's it. There's no house. It's just an elaborate ruse. No, you step into the house, and as your eyes adjust to the candlelight, you see this house is very quaint, but it is It is growing with plants. There's light streaming through it. There's a warm fire crackling in the hearth. It's very well appointed, but it doesn't look like anyone. It looks like only one person seems to live here. And as the door kind of closes behind you, the woman sort of walks, around and takes a seat on one of the chairs near the fire. She says, "Please make yourself comfortable. I know it's not much, but it is where I live."
Sure. I pull up a chair.
Oh.
And then I tap at a nearby chair for Kismet to sit down, and I'm gonna whisper in her ears, and I'm gonna say, "Don't say anything. I'll handle this."
It always works well.
The woman says, "Now I've let you in on a secret that I work very, very hard to keep. There are some among the farmers and the woodsmen who come to me for healing, for potions and the like. They also keep my secret, but you understand there is sometimes need for deception."
Yeah, sometimes there's need for deception or misdirect, but as I said before, your husband is coming to murder you, so I need details.
She says, "I assume Gregan has enlisted you among the countless others that he has to search for me.
He's a spirit of personality.
He and I we've been apart for a very long time. Very, very long time. And I simply want
It's called a divorce. It's called a divorce, just so you know. They're a lot better than faking your own death.
She's kind of looking down. She says, We met when we were young. I was a young woman, and I was charmed by someone powerful and exotic and ambitious. But he wanted to bring me with him. He wanted to take me to his homeland. He wanted a life, and it was not meant to be. I wasn't prepared for that. And so I fled, and I've been attempting to live a simple life, to do what I was meant to do. And that fearsome reputation that I have cultivated has kept me safe and isolated from the world around me for long enough, but
So here I think this sounds like we need a plan then, because your husband's going to be here soon, or your ex-husband, I'm guessing, and you don't want to be with him. So he's going to murder the hag, and we don't want that, and you don't want to have to murder him. So I think we have to pretend that I murder you because you're good at illusions, and then once he's cured of this hate, because he'll figure he has defeated you, he'll no longer come here hunting for you. Why have you not thought about this before?
I possess potent illusions, though they have taken many, many years and much attunement with the land around me to construct. I do not possess the strength or skill of magic to deceive in such a way.
I don't think we need that much deception. Can you make a fake image of your head, or the hag's head.
Perhaps in some capacity. I don't know why. What?
Because I think what we do is we fake a climactic battle, and Kismet and we will keep your secret, and we will meet with our friends and guide them out, and then that way justice is done. But you'll also need to answer Kismet's questions about her own family before we can continue.
She kind of looks at Kismet. She says, "I'm not sure I know anything about her. What would you ask?" Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and then she's gonna like ask about her family.
Well, okay, so Kismet in particular will I'm not going to carry out that conversation for her. That is entirely up to her. But she says, I don't think I know any other families unless I know some of the local farmers. I know it's been a long time since I knew anyone in Sandpoint.
Okay, so does this sound like an agreeable plan? We fake your death once more, but this time as the hag, and you'll have to go by a different name to avoid Gregor, because he'll keep coming for you, and eventually the pain of heartbreak is going to be so much worse with the pain of death.
She kind of like rubs her temple a little bit. She says, all I ever wanted to do was heal people.
Well, this will allow you to heal his heart. It's deep. I just came up with that.
She kind of stands up. She says, I can reunite you with your friends. Where I can watch you through the woods in some capacity. It will be up to you to convince them of what you need to do.
And you're not going to provide us any aid with illusions to help this?
I will need some time to prepare a spell that will accomplish this. It will take a little bit of preparation on my part.
How much time do you need?
No more than a few hours.
Okay, we can do this. Do you want us to tell them we've already defeated you, or do you want us to come and defeat you?
If they've traveled this far, they will certainly not believe that.
Okay. So we will direct them away for a little bit to give you time. And then is there a way that you can give us a signal of some sort, or will you just clear the woods from the illusions so that they can find their way directly here?
That is the simplest way, I think.
Okay. So yes, guide us to our friends, and we will ensure, and I will communicate with my comrades what we talked about here, because they're to be trusted and they can keep your secret. But we will not tell Gregor anything.
You and your friend seem like nice people, but your companions are headstrong and brash. I take care with what you say. If
Right.
I would have you keep my secret if you think they will not be able to receive it.
All right, I will remember that.
She nods. She says, I thank you for your compassion. This is a day I had hoped would not come, but it seems all things must change.
What will you do after the Hag of the Tickwood has been defeated?
I don't know. Leave, maybe. Travel north. The elves in the Marani forest might have a home for me. I'm sure there are other places where I can be useful.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just know that it's the only way. We can't, like, because Gregor is gonna keep coming for you, and it's gonna end in bloodshed. The
I
worst
understand. And she'll kind of stand up and and just walk to kind of a like a small wooden chest, and as she does, she's gonna kind of tip it open, and she says, she kind of takes it out, and takes out a vial from it and hands it to you. The vial is full of a green liquid. She says, "You are kind, and I can't offer much, but this is one of my more potent cures. I don't have much to give, but use it in a time of need."
And I will use it in a time of need, and then I'll put it in my pouch.
What does it do?
Oh, she said it cures.
Cures life. Which means it's deadly poison.
Can you explain how this potion will work?
There you go.
She says, It will heal wounds, it will revitalize you, it will cure certain ailments. It's one of my most powerful poultices."
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Why are you smelling peanut butter?
Because I like the way it smells.
He's taking peanut butter whippets. All right, so she'll kind of walk over and just sort of like open the door again as the light comes streaming in. She kind of offers you your exit, unless you have anything else to ask.
No, we have a plan, and she's gonna lead us to an exit that I guess will guide us to the to our friends.
Yep. Okay. So she kind of closes the door behind you, and as you guys sort of stand out in this clearing again, you descend the staircase, and it looks like you don't really recall, but it looks like the pathway that you guys entered is not where you remember it. Like, you remember looking at this hut from one direction, but now it seems to be sort of like that. If you were coming out of the house, the path was almost directly in front of you, but now it's like over here.
I should ask her more about her magic so I can learn it myself. All right, so I guess we'll follow the path that she laid us on to find the rest of the guys.
Nah, we're good.
Okay, cool.
All right. So as you begin walking out, let me make sure it's music. Oh, it's we need to turn on some other music. Okay, cool. So as you make your way out into the woods with Kismet down this path, you're traveling for about, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes or so, when all of a sudden, like, you kind of you guys, the four of you that are holding this rope, you hear a rustling ahead of you in the trees. You've been probably walking for about the same length of time, and as you hear a rustling in the trees, you also hear voices.
Attack!
Gregan kind of like draws his sword too, and as you guys ready your weapons, you kind of take a few steps forward, and you hear the voices getting closer, and as the tree branches are kind of pushed aside from you, you find yourself staring face to face with Xantor and Kismet.
Hey guys!
Attack! No prisoners.
Huh. Hey, wow, we finally found you guys.
Where
About
did you
that.
go?
We got separated, and the woods
I
seemed
know
to
that part, yes.
take a life on itself and kind of led us around. Could I talk to you for a moment? I'm gonna pull Valen aside.
Was it tiny little guys with metal feet and red caps like this one? As we're moving
Why
on.
do you still have that thing?
Hate it.
Wait, unless the hag. So I'm gonna say. Is it just me and Balin like to the side, away from everybody? And I'm gonna kind of like pull him aside and I'm gonna
Can't
say,
hear you, Asker.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you can pull him aside quickly and sort of help him. Help him find the
because
you know-
I trust Balin.
Yeah, that's fine.
So and I'm gonna tell him the hag's secret, and see what he says. Like, see how he responds.
Well, you got to let me know what you're like. I want to hear what you tell him specifically.
I'm gonna say the hag is Gregor's wife. She didn't tell him that she was the hag, and the hag is not a hag really. She's actually a very young, beautiful woman. And she faked her death so that she could get away from Gregor, who wanted to like travel the world with her and take her everywhere, and she didn't know how to deal with it.
Wait.
He asked.
Did you find a bunch of little mushrooms that look sort of like this, that have little white spots on? Because what you're talking about is crazy. If you're telling me that this creature that we're hunting is actually that cannot be the truth.
So
Man does not deserve to be crushed like this. If you're, please, for the love of, pick a deity. I don't care which one. This cannot be the case.
you're right. We were under her spell.
Did you see her? We saw her once, but she disappeared.
No, I'll check them later. You saw her once? What did she look like?
She looked like a hag.
What did she say when you saw her?
She didn't say anything. We saw her. She was kind of cackling like the hags do, and Gregor ran off to try to chop her up into little pieces, and then she disappears. And so we keep looking, and now we run into you.
So I communed with the trees, and the trees seem to kind of follow me or allow me passage. So I think if you guys follow me, I'm gonna say this very loudly. If you guys, and I'm like almost yelling, if you guys follow me, I think the trees will kind of lead us to where we need to go, so we can find the hag and defeat her.
So the mushrooms are wearing off?
I think, yes. I think the mushrooms are wearing off.
You should know not to eat crazy. I mean, you're a druid. You should know which ones you can eat and which ones you can't. And I mean,
Well, maybe he does.
I do know which ones
Likes
to
us
eat.
better.
And like, full confession, I do like to. Who, Kismet?
Yes, her.
What is this nonsense?
I gave her one, and I didn't tell her that it. You know me. I like to let loose sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah, so I didn't tell her.
If you hold on a little more often, maybe.
I didn't tell her the effect that it has.
Can she hit things now?
I can hit things. Oh, she can hit things now. Yeah.
Oh, really? We'll have to remember that. We should pick up some of those mushrooms for
Bugs. So we should get going now. And I'm gonna turn and look at Kismet, and I'm gonna put my hand on my lips, like to tell her, like, be quiet.
She
that.
like the what's it called the Gregan will look around at you guys. Like he'll say,
I don't know where you went, but you're telling us you can help us find this creature where she lives?
Those are the words that I used. Yeah, that's.
He does have fair influence with plants. So
Then why are we waiting?
Great question.
I had to
Pump
tell you about
pump
it
the brakes,
first.
dude. I don't need your fucking attitude. Do this.
Yes, Gregor. I think you're a little too. I think you're a little too intense. You should calm down a little bit.
Have some chamomile. It'll help you relax.
Here,
have
have one
some-
of these mushrooms.
I have some mushrooms. They'll improve your combat skills. Why did we not think about that before?
He says, I will not calm down. We're steps away from this creature. and I finally have a chance to taste its blood on my blade.
Oh, you didn't say all that. You just said you wanted justice. Now you want to eat its blood? Oh,
He kind
okay.
of says, "Are we moving or are we staying here?"
You're going to be
Well-
eating blood. You want to wear this little red cap while you're doing it? Come on.
So the trees will bend to me when they're ready. So let me commune with the trees. So I'm gonna go and like make like kind of like a fake grand gesture as I like walk up to the tree and put my hand on it.
Okay.
And I say out loud like some like fake word like ooh da ooh doo 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 ooh wap boo doo boo from London down to St. Where
Or the Disney
the
afternoon.
world is Carmen San Diego. And then
The tree doesn't really do anything.
Not meant to.
well, it's not meant to. I'm distracting them until the hag, per our conversation, she like opens the path for us. So I'm just kind of pretending to like follow the path and lead them where we wanted to go. Or did you forget our own conversation, DM?
I know exactly what happened.
You confused me for a second.
I know exactly. I'm telling you that you kind of gesture in front of the tree and nothing really seems to happen.
And then I look at the group and I say, sometimes these things take a little bit of time. And then I kind of like lean in and I whisper, just please don't make me look crazy.
Too late.
and then they'll be like,
yeah, we already think you're kind of crazy. I mean,
and
I
I'll,
was going to change that.
and
But
I'll be like, yeah,
Fucking
these
shrooms, man.
things take a little bit of time. Maybe we should all eat some of the shrooms, and then it'll relax us to the energy of nature. And,
All
and then,
right. No,
and
go
then
ahead.
I'll hand each one of them. I'll look at the mushrooms on the ground. I'll hand them safe mushrooms.
Okay, you just grab some little like white cat mushrooms.
Yeah, and be like, here, you guys eat these. These will help. These will help if we're all in sync with the nature plants.
The Gregan will kind of look very at this, and he just kind of like throws it on them. He says,
Yeah, likewise.
Are we walking or are we standing around and telling jokes?
Jesus, you are a tough crowd. We are. Well, nature takes time, and I'm waiting for it to give me a signal or a response. So
he says, good. And he turns to Balin. He says, should we keep traveling in the
No.
direction that we established?
No, we've already seen that the trails will turn back and forth to misdirect us. Our best chance to find what we're trying to find is to stay here. Perhaps we can all take a short rest to gather our thoughts, maybe calm down just a bit, if at all possible. So we don't rush off and have a hag disappear on us again before we can get our blade into her. Just sit down, try to steal your mind, give him time to get the responses that he needs.
okay. He just kind of like, and then he'll take his sword and just shove it into the dirt as he kind of like backs up against the tree and crosses his arms. He says, fine, take whatever time you think you need. When you're ready to move, tell me.
while we're resting, then I'm gonna turn to Lycon and be like, can I talk to you for a second?
I'm going to look at him with a slightly curious, expression because he's been kind of weird.
While they're doing that, can I expend a hit die to?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I was
I'm-
gonna.
And I'm
And
gonna
then I'm gonna overhear them, and I'm gonna say, "Were you asking for me?"
no, just Lycon.
Okay. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, and then
I'm
I'm
gonna hand him my mushroom and be like, "Here, eat this."
and then I'm gonna be like, so whatever happens, just trust my judgment, please.
I'm gonna look at him with another inquisitive look and be like, "Okay."
Okay, with everything we've been through, I haven't led you astray.
I don't know. I feel like I'm forgetting something.
Oh, you mean the arrow in my butt?
No, that was your back. That wasn't your butt.
That
That
was
was a
my
good
back.
shot, at least.
Yeah, so I need you to trust me.
I'm gonna be like, yeah, it was like right here, like right between this vertebrae.
Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, I need you to trust me. And so then we're just gonna camp and wait. And I'm gonna keep going over to the tree and kind of putting my hand on him and kind of doing the gesture like I'm waiting for it to for
Okay.
something to happen.
The trees again. You roll me a nature check. Let me.
Do nature. 21 and a 20. For once, my innate skills are working for me.
All right. So as you're kind of sitting there, you kind of look around and you're like, you get the sense that you're probably not gonna see the tree itself like up and move. That's most likely not gonna happen. If the illusions themselves that are keeping you kind of disoriented are have truly been lifted, I mean, the best way to test that would probably be to just walk in the direction that you originally came from and see if it lets you go, like it sends you where you need to go.
Oh, I know that. I was just buying time.
Okay, fair enough.
So, and I'll turn to the group and I'll be like, okay, guys, I think the trees are ready to guide us. And then we'll start walking in the path that Kismet and I came from.
Okay, cool, got it. So you guys kind of grab your stuff and you begin walking, and as you do, the tree, you kind of walk through the trees and down the path, and you don't really remember much, but you didn't really cut a path through the forest. You just kind of trudge through, and as you're trying to pick it up and trying to follow, you kind of look back and forth, and you're holding onto the rope. You guys are keeping track with each other, and eventually, you arrive at what appears to be a clearing very similar to the ones that you and Kismet originally emerged into. However, this clearing doesn't seem to have that sort of passageway leading off into the woods. Thank you for the host, RP Glory. What's going on, my man? Haven't seen you in a while. How's it going? You're just in this. You kind of like who's taking the front?
I am.
Okay, so you're leading them.
Yeah.
As soon as you're coming up behind you, you see in the clearing there is this this kind of creature, tall and hunched over, and sort of sitting there. It has a long extended face with kind of yellow crackling teeth, and kind of dirty rags covering its lanky body as it's just sort of standing there at the far end of the clearing.
That would be what we saw, right there.
That's the hag. I told you we'd find the hag, guys. Go get her.
What's it called? As soon as you say that, Gregan is gonna kind of draw a sword and kind of emerge into the clearing. He says, "This might be another illusion. Be careful."
Yeah.
And you guys all emerge into the clearing, and as you guys are just standing there, kind of facing off against it. I mean, it hasn't really moved. It's just kind of turning its head, eyeing you, and you hear a loud voice echo, and it says,
I will bake your bones into my bread and suck the marrow from your skulls.
Oh,
Not likely, creature. That's what I say.
arm yourselves, brothers. This is gonna be a big fight.
The kind of Gregan, he's like lifting his sword. He looks around. He says,
What are you waiting for? Let's take this thing out once and for all.
Yeah, charge.
I'm with you, brother.
Axe up and not saying a fucking thing because they all sound really stupid when they talk like that.
"All right." And as you guys rush
Hey,
in,
I
blades.
sounded really cool.
It did. Actually.
As you
I
guys
sounded fucking great.
You guys charge in, blades over your head, and rush in, and this hag just kind of like leers forward, its claws in the air, about to counter, but right before you clash, that's where we're gonna end it for tonight.
Right before we class, she says, "This is where we'll pick it up next week."
So that is where we're gonna end it. We're gonna leave it on that note. I know it is a little bit early, mostly because we started a little bit late, but also I don't want to. There are some things that we don't want to get into with some of our players missing, because this is shaping up to be an interesting night. But that is going to be it. Let's go ahead and drop out of that and put our music back on. All right. So as we do that. Once again, I want to thank everyone for hanging out with us. Of course, thank you to my players for their contributions and what is turning out to be an interesting and twisting and turning storyline. I guess before we head off here and before we kind of do our last announcements and all that stuff, why don't we go ahead around to our cast and crew and get some thoughts on the session, on what happened tonight, and also some hooks and plugs. And we'll start with Trendane. What about you, man? What do you think? How's this story shaping up for you guys?
Sorry, I was staring at Josh flexing.
With such a weird expression. Is that the expression you normally make when you...
Not typically, but I'm not usually on camera when I'm oogling somebody. So,
Here's a tip: don't do it in public.
don't
The face, that face.
Oh, okay, all right, I got it. Say, and also you need to stop living with such attractive people. Just saying. So anyway, how's this story? It's good. It's good. I very much like it. The revelation of the hag being the missus, as it were. I was like, oh, that shit. Okay, had no idea that was coming. That came out of the blue. And I was like, well, that's okay. Balin be fine. No, he wouldn't. And I started sitting there thinking about it. It's like, no, Balin's whole thing is that he's tired of hurting people. And it's, no, this would not, no, he would not want to maintain this lie. No. And so when Santa was like, we're going to pull Balin aside, I'm like, oh, no. Oh, God, no.
And then, yeah. And then when you freaked out at me, I was like, oh, well, I got to lie to them too now.
Exactly. I was like, let's see how he deals with this. So
yeah,
I'm
crazy
really
Xantor with his mushrooms. Yeah.
yeah. I'm glad you picked that up, because I was like, God, if he just repeats it again, Balin's going to believe him this time. And it's just,
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm glad it is. I'm glad it's throwing you guys for a little bit of loop. So why don't you tell everyone a little bit of who you are and what you get up to on the internet and where they can find you.
oh,
Finish your
okay.
scotch first.
Okay.
There you
Trent Sparks. I'm a voice actor. I am. Yeah. Thank you for the link things down there. I also play D&D on another channel over on Arvin Elron's channel, who I believe may still be in chat. We'll be playing again on Saturday, continuing in the Rise of Tiamat. It seems like there was something else. Oh, the game Lords of the Fallen, which just came out not too long ago for mobile. I do several voices in that, and then some narrations that for the Escape Pod podcast and Drabblecast and stuff like that. So lots and lots of fun.
Absolutely. And so you should go check out all of his social media. Go hit him up and check out his other D&D stuff, because I'm sure it is just as entertaining as everything he does here. I can't guarantee it, but I'm sure it's true. No, go absolutely go show him some love and thank him for hanging out. Next we have who do we have next? We have Chris, right?
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
Chris. What are your thoughts on what's going on here, and anything? What do you get up to?
Well, it was good. I don't really. I'm not super thrilled when we have to split the party up, unfortunately, because when we're doing one thing, they're sitting there doing nothing. When we're doing one thing, they're sitting doing nothing. It happens sometimes, which makes the story interesting, at least. So I'm interested to see where this goes and where the next piece of our journey takes us. And as far as other stuff, a little bit of that, not a whole lot lately. Our streaming stuff kind of fell off. We had some things come up and issues with the streaming piece of it. So we're just kind of hanging out right now, waiting to get that set back up and hopefully get our stream going back up here later.
Awesome. Well, glad you guys are at least enjoying the curveballs. Even still, I'm gonna go ahead and shout your guys' stuff. Adam, what about you? Do you want to pick any of that up?
Yeah. So kind of following along with Chris, we although Chris and I can discuss it later. Like, just life and distractions have kind of kept us from doing the stream like we'd want to. Once he gets his place squared away, we'll start up again. And then as far as the episode, I feel like this is the second time that I've been drawn into like a moral or ethical discussion where I couldn't just like bear claw my way out of it. And then the whole time she was telling me this whole thing, I'm like, am I being played? Should I be rolling deception? But like the giveaway for me was when I talked to the trees and they were like in unison, they were like in harmony, and I felt like that would have been like dark magic, and it would have been a different vibe if it was like truly evil. And so I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go with my gut on this. But now I'm kind of worried how this is gonna play out, because Gregor is like, he's 50 shades darker. And he's a little too extreme and too uncontrolled, and I'm gonna have to make a choice. I hope I don't have to make a choice, but it was fun. And hopefully we get our stream up and going again, and we can do the gaming thing that we do and we're known for. That's it.
Absolutely, looking forward to it, man. What's it called? I'm really I enjoy it. Like, I like the fact that oh shit. Oh. What? No. I'll get to it in just a second. I really like the fact that the story kind of is split along this moral line, and the party itself is also kind of split along that moral line. Like, I really enjoy how it sort of ended up that way.
I'm kind of upset that it's Kismet who's my ally in this, though.
Well, you can't win all of them. And that, of course, that thing that you guys didn't hear was Two North, who donated $10 and says, "Oh man, you killed my nice red bar / Sigh." Two North was, of course, the person who helped us smash through our second goal for February, which made that bar nice and red. And that was the wizard costume goal. So if you guys have just been joining us, I'm going to be doing some DMing in March. Full-on wizard costume, probably a beard and everything. It'll be good. Maybe other costumes too. I don't know. We'll see. We've got another. The other goal I decided is going to be a big old party stream. So we're gonna end. If we can hit that goal, we're gonna do something huge in March. But Yeah, seriously, thank you, Tunar. Thank you so much for being our patron saint and all that stuff. It's totally worth it, he says. Absolutely, man. Who are you pointing at? Oh. You pointing at Chris? Yeah, no, I know. Josh, I know Josh. The last but not least, I was just gonna get to that, is Josh, who are you? What did you think about tonight, and what do you get up to?
Hey, what's happening? So I probably was part of the reason that we were late, so I apologize for that.
No, you weren't.
Like I mentioned last stream,
Not this time.
I've been moving, so I'm just kind of getting all situated. I don't have all of my gear with me. I'm on my laptop when normally I'm using my desktop and all that. So, but anyways, I thought tonight was fun. I had guests with me, so I was kind of like distracted. I was actually, what I was doing was I was trying to explain to this person that was with me. He's not with me anymore. He's gone now. But actually, what it is we do here. He was really confused, as some people might be that aren't, privy to this whole type of thing. He was like, I don't understand it. It's all made up. It's all just imagination. Like, he's like, where are the pictures? Where? I'm like, dude, it's just. So I was literally like, when you guys would call on me, hey, what do you want to do? I'd be like, oh shit, what were we? It was just because I was like literally in the middle of explaining to him what it is.
That's all right, man. Well, I hope they enjoyed it, and you can thank them for contributing to the show. It's we seriously appreciate it, and it's huge. And
no, it was really cool. Voss, I told him it's a thing that I really enjoy doing. He said, okay, I'll contribute to it. He didn't even know he could actually influence it. I don't know that we used it, but he said
no, you didn't use the inspiration, so you will have those going for next game.
All right, perfect. As far as tonight's stream went, I thought it was really. I also was kind of thrown off by the fact that the hag was this chick. It's probably a good thing that I wasn't in front of her, because kind of where I'm going with my characters, I'm just going to be kind of like a all evil must die kind of zealot, unless you guys tell me otherwise. I'm kind of enjoying that, going down that path. So if that would have been me, I probably would have just said too bad, so sad, and just wrecked her right there. But I'm looking forward to seeing what actually happens with this whole ploy thing that you guys are that you're pulling down here with her. So yeah, next week I think will be real cool.
Absolutely. And what do you get up to on the internet, and where can people find you?
Yeah, sorry. So I stream a game called Dungeon Boss. Yesterday I did a charity stream for a charity called Saving the Children, or Save the Children. I did it was going to be about 8 hours. It was going to be 6 to 8 hours. We ended up reaching our goal in about an hour and a half.
Nice.
Yeah. So our goal was $500 to raise, and we reached that about an hour and a half. So we just kept it going for a little bit longer, and we ended up finishing the night with about $830.
Very nice.
And I announced it yesterday morning, so it was really impromptu, and I kind of just told everybody just that I knew, that in the gaming community of the game that I played. So I was really, really happy about the turnout and what was donated. So that was really cool for me and my guests. That was something that was really important for us. So that ended up going really well. So in the future, I might do something that's a little bit more planned and stuff like that. But I just kind of wanted to test it out, and it worked out amazing. So I was really, really happy with that. But, yeah.
Absolutely. By the way, if you guys missed, you can see the links to his Twitch channel and Twitter are right there in chat. We got that shout out going, so go hit him up, go show him some love, and especially, definitely support him for doing that shit for charity. That's awesome, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Of course, my name is Astrid. I am your host and dungeon master here. And speaking of having people that don't get it or don't know what's up, you should have seen me trying to explain to my parents that I was paying at least 2 of my bills this month with money from playing D&D. Like, they don't understand. They're just like, why do people donate to you? And I'm like, I have no idea, but apparently they feel like it's a good investment. I don't know. But seriously, you guys have been awesome especially this month. We have, as of tonight, I don't know if you're watching the stream, we're up to $320 for February. That's just February. So that's ridiculous. And that means that I am going to be able to pay bills with just the streaming money, which means more time that I can devote to, making the stream better and, helping, providing cooler stuff for you guys. And it's seriously, I'm overwhelmed by the support and the kindness. So thank you guys. If you enjoyed the show and you haven't already followed, definitely hit that follow button. You can follow me on social media. It's just Twitter, twitter.com/Askren, where you can keep up with everything that's going on here on the Exploding Dice channel. And what does go on here on the Exploding Dice channel, we have live role-playing twice a week right now with Writhing Moon on Saturdays and Jade Regent on Sundays. Tomorrow on Monday, we have Askren's Map Monday, where I hang out and I am going to be making D&D battle maps in Photoshop with you guys, where I teach you tips and tricks. We hang out, we talk, we have a good time. We're currently working on the Critical Role Grayskull Keep map, so we did the chapel last time. We're going to be finishing up another room this week. And then sometimes we end that with like drawing streams and stuff. Tuesday is Fuzzy Dice. I actually plans may change for this week, but hopefully we're gonna bring you an awesome show for that. I haven't announced it just yet. And then, of course, there's other art streams and stuff scattered around. So all kinds of content for you guys to enjoy, and possibly more coming soon. I'd love to do, like, board games. I'd love to do all kinds of other stuff. I should admit, and I didn't actually officially tweet anything about this because I'm working on the graphics for them, but we are officially part of a streaming team, which is a team of other streamers on Twitch that kind of get together and support each other and work with each other. We are a member of the Tabletop Gaming Network. So there is us, there's Playing Board Games, there's Henley, there's Saving Throw Show. There's a lot of friends that we have that just kind of support each other, host each other, and all that kind of stuff. So if you want other tabletop game content, right below the video, hit that link that says Tabletop Game Network and see the other people that are streaming, and go check them out and enjoy their content. It's really, really cool. I think, are probably gonna go hang out with Playing Board Games. They're currently playing Pathfinder: The Mummy's Mask adventure path, so we're probably gonna shoot them a raid right after this show. But if you enjoyed the show, and I certainly hope you did, definitely come tune in next week for more. Definitely come tune in tomorrow for more. Oh, come on. Right at the end, fucking Shadow Hack. And all of our...
It's worse than that.
It's worse.
It's worse than that.
It's the fucking...
Raid!
Oh, God. Shadow Hack, and I'm the Blue Ranger, and Storms of Dragons, and all the raiders over and from the... from Shadow Hack's channel with their riot sessions. Let me go ahead and give a shout out for those guys. They just got done. It looks like they just got done playing their riot sessions game, which is really cool. I've checked it out. It's definitely a cool D&D game, and also you got some really cool streamers in there. So let me shout those guys out.
It was the perfect time for you guys to show up because we are totally done doing everything we're doing this evening. So you show up just in time for us to say goodbye.
But you know what? We'll kind of you know what?
What?
Impromptu, because we have so many people here, I'm gonna make an executive decision and say we're gonna do a giveaway.
Oh, really?
How does that sound, guys? You guys want a giveaway? You want some free stuff?
I don't have anything to give.
You guys want? I have stuff.
Some barbecue sauce.
Barbecue sauce. All right, giveaway for barbecue sauce. That's it. Got a camera stand. All right, so if you guys are joining us, seriously, fucking all of those people from that thing, Fangirls for Asking. Oh my God, thank you so much. Thank you for the host, I'm the Blue Ranger. Thank you for the host, Shadow Hack. All you guys, what do you guys say? Giveaway? Giveaway good? You guys want to chill for a giveaway? We'll do that.
Yeah, okay.
Sure.
Why not?
Okay, so I have a whole bunch of these dice trays right here. These we just gave away this cherrywood one last night, but why don't we go ahead and give away another one? Let me grab my box right here. And here's
give away one that's wormwood, so that if anyone licks it, it becomes a hallucinogen.
They're all wormwood. That's the brand.
That's true.
Okay.
That's not what he means.
I'm going to grab one at random, and it is going to be, boom, this one right here, which is... Cardboard! Ooh, we have a hickory dice vault. Look at that.
That'll make your meat smell good when you
Yeah,
smoke
you
it.
can smoke this.
Whoa.
You can throw this in
Crazy.
a smoker, and it'll make your meat smell good. No, we're gonna
magnetic.
yes, we're gonna go ahead and give away this this hickory wood dice vault from our awesome friends over at Wormwood Gaming, who sent us a whole bunch of these. And because I like you guys, I'm gonna throw in a set of dice to go with it. So here's what's gonna happen. Just gotta start getting changed over. Yeah, no, that's cool, man. So here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna start this giveaway, and when I start it, all you have to do is enter. Dice Thulu will tell you. You have to enter the word worm. It's exclamation point WYRM. And that's all you have to do. Of course, my players are not eligible to win legally. I can't do that for you guys. But anyone who is hanging out with us, you guys absolutely can win. So let's go ahead and let's do this. Let's make tonight awesome. Get after it, guys. There you go. Dice Thulu has entered it. Giveaway is started. Type exclamation point worm to join, and we will get some hype going for that.
I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to type exclamation point warm.
Warm. That is the...
Yes.
that wins something else. Also, thank you, Cody Bedrock36, for following. Welcome to the madness, my friend. Thank you for joining us, man. We'll give you guys a minute or two to join. And I want while I'm doing that, I'll ask how'd your riot session go? We had a good session here where we learned that the hag that they were chasing was not actually a hag. So it was pretty cool.
It was a hag in disguise, or somebody in disguise.
It was a
Maybe it's the hag in disguise as not the hag as the hag. It's like a triple. She's like a triple.
I mean, she's still like a hag though, right? Like, but maybe not like.
Where's that voice coming from?
She's still doing crazy shit, right? I mean, well,
is that how you define a hag?
That's
Just
how-
doing crazy shit.
Doing crazy shit.
By that logic.
I mean, is she just a normal chick? Like, that can't be it. No, she's got. I mean, come on.
As you're walking around with the dwarf,
She's
crazy-
one with the woods.
So is Xantor. Maybe he's
But
just
not okay. Yeah, but he wasn't making
but he's
illusions
not very good at it.
and trees like hang out and do shit. So I don't know. It's a little bit different.
He's also not trying to hide away from a husband who wants to take off and go and
Maybe he is. We didn't ask.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I think she's still a hag. I mean, I still might kill her if I find her. That's all I'm saying.
Oh man.
It'll be like 2 years down the road. We'll all be getting drunk and everything, and then Xantor will say, "You remember that hag? She actually wasn't a hag, and we didn't actually kill her." And we'll be like, "That's why her head smelled like bacon when we were throwing it into the fire." God damn it!
Okay, fair enough. But hags don't smell like bacon. That's a new bit of lore that I didn't know. They do not.
It's a fake head.
I want to say if you get your entries in, guys. I definitely got room for more people. So if you haven't, get that exclamation point worm in, and y'all can win. Otherwise, we're gonna wait one more minute and then we're gonna go. But seriously, thank you guys for hanging out. Thanks to my players. Of course, after this, we're gonna go raid the Playing Board Games channel on our Tabletop Gaming Network team. Oh, and I do want to push this because I am here. If you guys are streamers, and I know there are some in my chat right now, if you guys are tabletop streamers, I highly suggest you join the now public tabletop streamer curse channel. You just hit me up, I can get you the link for it. It's a curse channel where me and all of the other names in the tabletop streaming community will kind of talk, and we self-promote and we collaborate, and it's all kinds of stuff. It's a good time. So if you stream D&D or other kind of role-playing games, definitely get on that. There it is, 11:10. So we're gonna go ahead and close this giveaway in 3, 2, 1. Oh, Aramaki gets in with just barely. Don't miss it. All right, I'm closing this in 3, 2, 1, and now I gotta give 30 seconds for that to get delayed, because that's on a delay. And we're gonna go ahead and stop the entries. There we go. And we're gonna pick our winner. Let's get some drum roll here. Let's get some hype.
I played auxiliary percussion.
No, you don't know how to drum roll?
I know how, but I'm not.
All right. All right, let's get some hype going because our giveaway winner is Cranky Old Mage.
Oh my God, he was the one that said that exclamation point. Worm gets cuddles from you.
Yeah, but I don't know if I haven't chosen the winner for that. But Cranky Old Mage, you are the winner. Let me see if I can announce that. I don't know if I can announce it. I don't know. There's a thing.
Can I also be the winner?
You are you are the winner.
That's something that I would really like.
The wiener.
Which?
So I will accept all donations of 1 prizes.
Well, congratulations, Cranky Old Mage. Here's what you got to do. All you have to do is send me a direct message here or on Twitter with your address and name, and I will get that shipped off to you as soon as possible, and you can enjoy your brand new Dice Vault. That's gonna be it for us, guys. Seriously, thank you for hanging out. We're gonna go host the Playing Board Games channel. I hope you guys had a good time. I know I certainly did, but what?
I was saying come with us.
Oh, yes, definitely come on that raid. So, exclamation point raid, playing board. Cranky Old Mage one. Ram's bug. I am post game right now. Yeah, no, I got you. We're gonna raid Playing Board Games, so go hit that up. Go slam them with that exploding dice love. We'll see you next time, guys. We'll see you tomorrow for Map Monday. As always, don't let Dice Sulu get his tentacles on you because he might convince you that he's a hag. That's not a hag. That's disguised as a hag. We'll see you next time, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thunder and lightning, so that like one always follows the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
But I'm like both all the time, and then you're just like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna swing at some stuff, and then you hydraulic push and
What is her
wrestle a
intelligence?
muscle man, and he hides
Her
behind your
intelligence
cat.
isn't that good.
She's
No,
just
man,
not
okay.
intelligent.
I've never looked at her intelligence. That whole thing on the boat was nothing in here. They have a list of other encounters you can have with her because they say people are gonna love her.
Yeah.
Here's more time if you want to spend more time with Mominifra.
She was terrifying.
Yeah.
I'm so afraid of her.
She loves you.
Love her. I just think great.
Oh no, we have a raid right at the end as we're going?
Oh my god!
Dice raid, that's a nightmare.
That is a nightmare.
We really appreciate it, but we've been streaming for how long, Mike? What's our timer at?
Our timer is at 7 hours and 42 minutes.
Woo! Wow,
yeah.
we did.
I guess
great.
one more dungeon.
That's
20 more minutes of Mominifra.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be a camera on Justin.
Camera.
Just making sounds and
Are we gonna play the sex then?
No!
Yeah.
No!
I couldn't.
And I'm leaving.
I
Good,
just
Mike can hitch
innocently
home.
wanted to please her with a drumstick.
Please post that right now. Please post that clip right now in chat. The clip of the chicken. Please?
What was it? There's no other way.
Yeah. This is what you missed today.
I did put that in my inventory though, that I do have a sucked off.
Exploding Dice, we appreciate it, and we love you too. So thank you so much for the host, even if it is at the end. I hope you had a good stream yourself. That was a lot of role playing today, but that was tons of fun.
Watch that clip, everyone, though.
Yeah, that's the kind of fun you make.
I also highlighted it.
Nice.
It was impossible to find.
Yeah, I can imagine.
8 hours, and then you